Hello everyone, welcome back to Liam McKay Productions. Today, I will be playing a 4-player multiplayer match as George W. Bush. Most specifically the 2004 variation. I chose the 2004 variation because the 2004 variation is a much better candidate than just the normal 2000 variation. Thank you Ready Official 873 for suggesting this idea. Alright, now that we've got 4 people after I had to wait about like 5 minutes, we can finally start. Let's do this. So we've got Beto O'Rourke, Donald Trump, and Elizabeth Warren as our opponents. A fairly realistic set of opponents, all things considered, but also a fairly diverse group at the same time. 2 Democrats, 2 Republicans. Oh, Elizabeth Warren even has Shirley Chisholm as the VP. Interesting. Now, I'm interested. It's going to be tough to see what to do here because I am very tempted to go big conservative, even though George W. Bush doesn't have huge big conservative, just because multiplayer is usually like really good for national groups. I like going for national groups in multiplayer, especially if these other guys can clash. But I have no idea what these guys are gonna do. Right, so looks like Trump's going for some states. Beto is probably going for some like California high tech. Warren probably goes New York then. Warren probably goes in New York. I mean, I can probably get Texas. Now, what I am also going to do, I'm going to enter into these 2 states, North Carolina, Georgia, to challenge swing, potentially, and then maybe make a run for Old South as well. But I am the only one with a national group, interestingly enough. So we'll see how that works out. Interesting. What moves were made here? Okay, so Trump is clearly going for swing states. I don't know why he entered Kentucky. Beto's going for California, and Warren's going for national groups. Interesting. I did not expect that at all. I'm going to fill out Virginia, Louisiana, see if I can get the Old South. And then I'm going to enter into Texas, and hopefully I can go up and get manufacturing oil. If I can get manufacturing oil and Old South, especially if I'm relatively uncontested, I should be in a very good spot. Okay. So Beto decided to say no to that. Is he gonna go for California, Texas, and yeah, I can't get Old South. Beto's probably gonna get Texas. That was a bad turn for me. That's one thing about multiplayer is that like sometimes you can play well, and 2 other people can just eliminate you by going after you at the same time. That's one tough thing about multiplayer. But it makes it more unpredictable, and it can be more engaging because of that. But I'm interested to see if Beto goes 2 in Texas, or does he go in New York or California? Okay, so he didn't go in Texas at all. Very interesting. I thought he'd go at least like 1 pip. Okay, so no Old South, at least not this turn. I'm gonna try and get oil and manufacturing. Because if I get Louisiana, Oklahoma, West Virginia, South Dakota, that's oil. And then Illinois, North Carolina, that's manufacturing. Yeah, I should have enough because I've got a big conservative pumping in each turn. I'm not sure what Beto's trying to. Looks like he was trying to go to California, Texas, but he blew that by letting me get Texas. Trump has swing states. It looks like he might try and go for some sort of hangman. Warren's probably gonna try and go down to tech. But I'm honestly liking my position here. There was a little bit where I was scared, but not anymore. I just hope one thing I do hope is that Warren doesn't just state chase me in Texas and eliminate me because I could that could just end me like right away, no chance. That would suck. Okay, I'm just barely can't get manufacturing, just barely. But I do get oil, and right now, oil would be good because manufacturing is the stronger bonus overall. But oil provides more money for Texas, and I am scared that Warren or Trump is going to try and attack me in Texas as well. Looks like Warren didn't, and if she did, it's not going to be. Yeah, she wouldn't have been able to if she got down yet. But that is something to be worried about next turn. And Beto is going for Oklahoma, so he might be trying to get oil here. No, I don't think he'll get Old South because Trump's probably gonna go really big in South Carolina. But we'll see if he does. I think there's a very real chance he only goes one or just ignores it because Virginia is a popular state to max out. If he maxes out South Carolina, can he even? I think he's like just a little bit short of being able to max out South Carolina. But if he goes to like for 8th or 9th pip, that's an overspend, I'd say. But it's okay because we'll be getting manufacturing, and that's good. Need manufacturing. Yes, sir. Manufacturing and Old South. Beto, man, what are you doing? What are you doing? I need to be really careful here because I'm pretty sure Warren's gonna go after me. But there is a good chance he goes after Beto. If he goes after Beto, I'd be fine with that. No stress for me there. I am also concerned about Beto just putting pressure on every single state I'm in and Warren goes into Texas. That would be obnoxious. Because Warren's got the money, but he's at the elimination risk. Alright, so turn 8, a ballot's probably going to be happening sometime soon. You'd think, anyways. Okay, so he goes for California. Thank goodness. He could still try and go after me in Texas. I doubt it. I am going to be a little bit cautious about my money, though. Just a little bit, cautious. Not going to try and keep a fair amount of money on the board just to protect in case that does happen. But I feel like at this point, we should be fine. Gonna enter into some states. Get ready for the ballot that's gonna come soon. If Beta would let me lock Oklahoma, that would bring the ballot closer. I have a feeling he'll try and defend in California though by one, which would make it so he can't max at Oklahoma. What would be really annoying is if he's free turn forfeiting here. That would not be fun. So now we're just playing the waiting game. Playing the waiting game while we wait for Beto O'Rourke to actually continue. Actually, that's kind of rude to just assume that it's Beto. It could be Warren or Trump as well. So I guess maybe I shouldn't assume that. Warren, okay, Trump doesn't have any ability to like actually challenge me. So that's just he's just doing that for the love of the game. I'm going to be entering into more states. Right. Hopefully that's the start of the first ballot. Yeah, it would be really nice if we could pull off a ballot here, because I think if that's the case, George Bush wins the election. Alright, I mean, okay, ballot time. I don't think I can get 270 right now. Yeah, I'm not in enough states, I don't think. Could it be worth giving a shot, though? Nah, probably not. I'm not in enough states. If I just defend what I have, I should be good, though. Maybe do a little bit of attacking, but just entering into some of these. What states was Warren? Is it just these town again? New York. Enter into New York, just try and scare Warren. Yeah, I want to be in as many states as I can. Okay, I should be still stay alive here. I am a bit concerned as to what Warren is gonna do. She might be able to just nuke me in Texas. Beto is probably gone this turn, though. I'll say that for sure. Okay, yeah. That's what happened. So, Beto was the first player to join. He was the first one to be eliminated. Alright, so it's just Trump, Warren, and Bush now. Is there any other bonuses I can even get? I don't even think there is. Honestly. Like, what's available? I can try for agriculture. Jeez, Warren's got a fair number of the big three, though. Thing is, I'm in a lot of Trump states. That's another thing. Is I'm in like almost all of his states, even some of his locked ones, which puts me in a decent spot actually. And I'm gonna keep saving because I feel like Warren's gonna come knocking on my door soon. Does that get me agriculture? I think it does. I think it does actually get me agriculture. No, it does not get me agriculture. Okay. No, I want to get Warren out here. If Warren's gone, I feel like Warren being gone would be much more beneficial to me than Trump being gone. Although just surviving here would be great, quite frankly. And because Warren surely is just pressuring me everywhere, so I'm gonna have to make some good blocks. What are some Missouri, Rhode Island, Maine? I'm gonna go. I'm gonna do some defense in Tennessee, a little bit more in Utah, and push. Probably do maybe one more pip in actually Rhode Island. Alright, so I'm gonna. I should be able to survive here. But like Warren and I are trying to eliminate each other, that's the thing. If I can get Minnesota and Missouri, I really like my spot because I blocked off Ohio, and she's not going to be able to get all these four South states. Okay, and I got one out. That's good. I needed to get one. Actually, I didn't need to. I probably still could have won, but that helps a lot because Warren was in a really good position there. So now it's just Trump versus George W. Bush. Alright, because now, yeah, look at that. I've got New York, and I've got pretty high in California. You can get Town and Gown. Can I get a high tech? No, I can't get high tech, but Town and Gown, African American, that's pretty good. Yeah, so I'm really liking my spot here. I'm in basically every group, let's say every state that I need to be in, besides maybe I could have ended Florida, but not the biggest priority right now. So I get, there we go, African American, and I don't get Latino, but alright, and then I can just go up there in California, max out Arkansas with some of my money, Delaware as well. Save manufacturing for next turn, alright. Thing is, with California, I think I win this. I'm not sure. You can get the, especially once I get California, I'll get Latino, I'll get high tech, I'll get export. Like I'll get every. I've already got a lot of bonuses, but I'll just increase it by a lot. Plus gain 54 electoral. So I think I've got this. I think I've got this. This is good. Now I've tried doing a multiplayer before. I did try doing it like a week ago, but it was like 3 or 4 times in a row the match glitched and I couldn't do it. But now I can finally do it. So there we go. There's California rolling in, and this should be a wrap here. I'll defend Washington, defend Oregon, attack Montana, attack Connecticut, attack Virginia, Vermont. Gonna go after Kentucky. Gonna go after Indiana. I'm not taking any chances here. I'm going full attack mode. Going a little bit in Ohio. Going in Maryland. Going District of Columbia, DC, I should say. Why not? I'll just enter Florida with some of that extra money. Defend Connecticut a bit more. I'll just spend the rest of this in these oil states. Alright, and that should be good. I guess I forgot to block New Hampshire, but it doesn't matter, I don't think. See what he does. Yeah. Alright, so that was a multiplayer game. Okay, I gained a fair amount of votes. Alright, good game to my 3 opponents. That was fun. Let me know if you want more multiplayer, like online multiplayer, or just 1v1 matches. In the future, I am totally willing to do both. The next 271 will probably be me playing Tim Walls, because that was suggested by a fan of the channel, Derek Bennett. So, yeah, good game to my opponents. Thank you for playing. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day. Bye.